We've got two prop traders in the room. How do you plan to leverage your prop trading? You're basically trading other people's money, right, and getting a share of the profits when you're successful. So how do you leverage that? Why do you want to be a prop trader? I'd like to ask you too.
For me, it's fairly simple. I have the capital to start my own trading account. But if you think about it, if you get emotionless capital from other people, so it's not family or it's not someone you know, and there are strict rules, and you can use that capital and get a big share of the profits, then I also notice it takes down the emotions for trading other people's money because you only lose your potential or what you paid for the challenge. So, but for that, you get a much larger capital to trade with. So I think it's a win-win. It takes out emotion and it provides more upside.
What is the percentage share typically, yeah, that goes to the trader, the
I
prop
think it's
firm? Around
80%.
80.
And if you're a long-time prop firm trader, then you can go up to 90. Some other prop firms also provide 90%.
Okay. And you, Michael, why do you want to? Well, we know you're young, you don't have the funds, right? But what attracts you to prop trading?
Just because you can like continue to stack accounts. So for example, like with me, I would get a 50K, $50,000 account from like one firm, and then I can keep like stacking them up on top of each other. And it's the fact that, you can basically just keep going until you have like most of the main firms and have like managed like all the capital from each one. There's just like unlimited upsides pretty much. So that's really why I wanted to do it because like, it doesn't just stop. It grows quite quickly. And because you can get like a large amount of capital in quite a short space of time if you're good enough. So like, once you start getting the hang of it, then you can just scale quite easily.
Currently, you're trading a $250 account, right? That's quite nice at your age, and getting 80% payout on the profits. Well, that's quite some amount, right? I didn't have at your age.
Yeah, 250K. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Leslie's asking, can anyone become a prop trader? Well, yes, basically yes. You have to go through a evaluation challenge, and you have to pay, right, a fee. I think it's depends on, right, on the prop trading firm, 0.1% or 0.5% of the capital that you want to trade. That costs the fee for the evaluation. If you don't pass it, I think it's the fee is gone, right? You cannot recuperate it. And if you pass it, well, you get the trading account you paid for. Is it like that, Michael?
For futures, no, isn't very high. Like for 50K, I think it's around $80, depending on depending on deals. So you can get it back quite easily, but there are some other rules as well. So it's not as easy, I guess, as it sounds, but it's still relatively easy to get it back.
Okay, Jörg is asking, how successful do you have to be to stay in the game of prop trading? How much profits do you have to make? Do you have to make profits?
No,
No. Right, but I mean, to stay in the game of prop trading, if you don't make profits, then the firm won't force you out. I guess you'll force yourself out because there won't be any money left. But I guess it just depends on you, really. Just yeah. I
no,
mean,
I
to
think
stay in it, like as long as you pass the challenge, then like the evaluation, then you're all good.
And if you get a big drawdown, they can kick you out, or the daily limit comes in and they freeze they ban your trading. How does it work if
You
you've
just
got a
do the
drawdown?
evaluation again.
Another evaluation. Okay.
And depending on the way you trade, it can, I don't know, the time span varies to pass, depending on the way that you trade. Like for me, you can pass an evaluation in like a week, maybe, but again, it depends on like your risk tolerance and like your position sizing and the exit that you use for the systems.
So you found out, Michael, I mean, you basically hacked the prop trading game, right, the last year. You found out that high win rates do better. Well, you're trading mainly system one, right? Of the three systems you learned, and what works better for prop trading are high win rates. So you've adapted the exit algorithm to get there, right? So how high is your win rate? Is it like above 70% or?
Yeah, so a high win rate and low risk to reward is the best. Is so good for prop firms. Risk to reward it would be like 1.5 R per like winning trade, perhaps between 1 and 1.5. In terms of the win rate, most months are over 80%. Some months I have 100%, but it doesn't mean I win every trade. I just mean like there are some break evens as well as winners. But some months over 80%. But to get a higher win rate, also part of it is to like lower your trade frequency. So make sure that the trades that you do take are good quality trades. And that really depends on the individual. But yeah, I was at over 80%. And I mean, in this year alone, I think I've lost like two trades, and I normally take like two trades a week. So it's been quite high.
Okay, any other question? Okay.
Also, a big thing about that as well is I don't want to say that there's, like you come up with a system and the strategy that you trade means that you only lose like two trades in like 2 months. It's really down to like the system is good, and then like how you manage the trade depends on how many like you might lose, how many get break even, etc. And because I risk quite a lot, because my win rate is high, I don't want to take many or barely any like full losses, so like full -1 R. So I'll trail my stop loss quite aggressively to break even, and I might get some break even trades there, but I'll try to rarely take a full loss. And that strategy for prop firms works really well.
You're trading 2% risk, right?
For evaluations, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gwen is asking what time frames are you trading, Michael and Menno? Menno, what time frame are you trading?
I'm mainly trading the 1 minute, and I'm trading Forex, so the 24 major currencies. And I think it's most important to find what fits you. So there are people in our group and that they like to trade the 4-hour charts, and I'm more of a low time frame guy. So it fully depends on what you like and what your preference is. And I think that's also very important to becoming successful.
Hmm. I trade sorry, go on, go on.
Well, just quickly, the patterns are independent. Markets are fractal, and the patterns are independent of the time frame. So the same pattern, the same rule applies on the 1 minute chart, on the 1 hour chart, on the on the daily chart. So that's what Menno mentioned. I mean, you have to find your way of trading and choose the time frame that fits you. Yeah. So
Hmm.
Michael, what time frame are you trading?
I trade the 5 minute basically like 90% of the time, and then sometimes on the 15-minute chart as well. And I would trade during New York session. I'll always wait for the first two 5 minute candles of the New York session to close. Then I would trade after that. Basically, always be on the 5 minute.
Right. Well, thanks a lot, Michael and Menno. Very interesting, and hope to hear from you again.